Dakota, Gregory, Chadswick, Duckingsworth the fourth. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon. Second shift. Super chat. We know the GME squeeze play, but can we discuss the long play? Does this have Amazon potential? And if so, how? Rough future stock price guesses. Well, Chewy, when Chewy was at like $5 billion in sales, it was worth $30 billion. GME is over $5 billion in sales. They're at 6, 7. Market cap GME 6.91. So not quite 7 billion. So basically it's almost 1-to-1 market cap to sales at the moment. A little over 1-to-1. That is not how it should be. It should be valued much higher than that. So 4 times higher? Yeah, about 4 times higher. Which means the stock price should be $100 a share or thereabouts. Would be illogical for its current number of sales. The growth potential, I think, is there. Some are saying the growth potential isn't quite there because the gaming industry is kind of stagnant. But they're definitely branching out from gaming. That's why I think they're going to be doing Gmerica and looking to sell things other than just game-related stuff. You know, they're going to branch into toys. They're going to branch into probably clothing. You got the rumors about Teddy becoming a bookseller. So my guess is that they may, you have maybe 2 options. Maybe you got the GME platform for selling things online, or you've got a GME parent company and a whole bunch of different websites that sell stuff. You might have like the Bed Bath & Beyond website. You might have the Teddy website. You might have the, I don't know, cleaningsupplies.com, whatever it might be. And that would give the potential to claw back a good chunk of the internet space that is occupied by Amazon. And we've seen Amazon, it's hurting this year. After huge growth during the COVID lockdowns, there's a lot of pullback because A, people don't have the cash to spend, and B, they're not at home doing all their shopping. When people were saying that brick and mortar was going to die, which was just even a couple of years ago, before like 2019, before COVID, online retail was still only 8% of all retail. So most purchases being made were in store, in the grocery store, in Walmart, in Target, etc., Costco. Only 8% was online. So the growth potential was there to do a lot more. I think we may have hit some of a wall on that growth potential, simply because there's a lot of stuff people can be like, oh, you know what, I'm going to buy that, click, but they can wait a few days. But also a lot of things people buy because they need it now. And it's easier and cheaper to just go to the store and do it than to pay some like dash cart dude to shop at a store and get you the wrong products, and then it costs you $30 in a tip and the delivery fee is insane. That's just not sustainable. So my guess is that if you're going to claw out your chunk of retail, you're going to have to take it away from the big guy, which is Amazon. And it sounds like in the rumor mill, that's sort of what Ryan Cohen is trying to do. Is he's like, all right, Amazon, let's just take this piece from you and people will go to us instead of you. You know, we'll sell everything for 50 cents cheaper, $1 cheaper, whatever, and see how long that lasts. Where am I? Okay. Danny Petcher, when Moon gotta pee. Hopefully you got that out of the way. G-Font, collateral, that's why crypto pumps. Yeah, I mean, they pump crypto, they sell it, they use that cash as collateral on their margins and everything else. And because 90% of crypto is owned by 3% of crypto owners, those few crypto owners can do a really, really, really good job pumping. They can pump like crazy because they control the majority of it. So they can bring it down when they want. They can bring it up when they want. Okay, this is from Reddit. Ken Griffin was sued by Artwork insurers for not responding to a subpoena. Lloyd's of London, Great Lakes SC, Swiss Re, and AIG are suing because they believe Ken has info on a fire around Perelman's house that allegedly destroyed several paintings. The media is not covering this. So he may have info on the fire, please, but they're not. So it's weird. So he's being sued because he's not responding to petition to enforce subpoena is brought in connection with insurance coverage litigation in New York State that in turn arises from a fire at the East Hampton, New York summer home of businessman Ron Perelman, known as the Creeks. The operative second amended complaint was filed in January 2002. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing here. It's filed in January 2022, so a year ago, Supreme Court of New York. One thing to say the Supreme Court of New York, that is really just regular court. Oops. What am I doing? What's happening? I want to click on that. It's, for some reason, New York calls their like county, district, and superior courts Supreme Court. It's not the Supreme Court. Petitioners discovered that Mr. Griffin visited the Creek August 2020 to view two highly valuable paintings, Cy Twombly, Untitled, and another painting hanging close by. The Twombly painting is one of the 5 at issue in the underlying litigation. Mr. Griffin's testimony is relevant to and proportional to the underlying insurance coverage in New York. Mr. Griffin has personal knowledge of the sale and attempted sales of artworks that were in the Creeks during the fire. There is a ruling in underlying New York action concerning a discovery dispute and determined that that information concerning such sales is highly relevant. Petitioners are entitled to Mr. Griffin's account of exactly what he personally observed and discussed concerning the sale and attempted sale of artworks that were in the Creeks during the fire in the form of admissible sworn testimony. So basically, Ken Griffin's a witness and he's refusing to comply, so they're trying to get the court to compel him to comply. Interesting. Shady. Interesting. Just all I have to do is tell you, like, oh, I just look at the paintings, they're fine, and submit that, and then the court will probably be happy. But he's just not doing anything, which is weird.